Hello everyone. In this video, we are going to see how to validate the AWS Lambda code using AWS Signer. So, AWS Lambda code signing is actually a practice of digitally signing the source code packages for the functions and layers. So, why we need to do code signing, right? So, basically, the goal of code signing is to ensure that only trusted code runs in our AWS Lambda function. So what is actually AWS Signer is doing? So AWS Signer is a fully managed code signing service that can be used to verify the integrity of our Lambda code. So before our code is deployed, AWS Lambda will perform a series of validation checks, so which will determine whether to accept or reject the deployment package. So what kind of demo we are going to see is we are going to work in the AWS console to configure code signing for an AWS Lambda function using AWS Signer. So we are going to see how the signature validation process in detail, and also it includes the validation checks and the policies that can be applied to our code signing configurations. So how we are going to achieve it? So first we will be preparing an S3 bucket to store our signed assets. And after that, we will be creating an AWS Signer signing profile. And once that is being done, we will be configuring the AWS Lambda function code signing configuration. And once that is done, we will be initiating a signing job in AWS Signer. So before we start into the demo, we need to prepare our S3 bucket to store the signed assets. So I have already logged into the AWS console. I am going to the S3 to store my signed assets. So here you can see we are what we are going to achieve is like the code signing process. Here we are going to achieve it. So before that, we are going to configure the specific S3 bucket to store the signed assets. So here we are going to define the Amazon S3 as a source and destination bucket. So what will be happening is that AWS Signer will retrieve the unsigned packages from the S3 source bucket, and then it will be performing the sign job on the specific package, and then will deposit the signed package in the S3 destination bucket. So the source and destination will be the S3, but we are going to upload one of the deployment sample deployment package, and that sample deployment package will be signed in a kind of a different folder. So we are going to create a and different folder, and also in the S3 bucket, as a best practice, we are going to enabling versioning also for the existing S3 bucket. So to simplify this process, we are going to use the same S3 bucket to store both signed and unsigned packages. So how we are going to achieve it? So by organizing into a separate folders. So I am into my S3 bucket, and I haven't means I am not exposed this S3 bucket to the public. Why? Because as this is going to be a signed environment and code signing process, right? So it doesn't need a public access to our objects. So now I'm going to enable versioning for this bucket. So where we can go is we can go on properties, and you can click on edit, and you can enable it. Now you can see our bucket has been version enabled. Now I am going to objects. So here, what we are going to plan is the unsigned aside will be stored at the root level of the S3 bucket, and the signed code packages, right? So that's what we are going to achieve it. How we are going to achieve it? We are going to create a folder called signed. So inside the signed folder, our signed code packages will be getting stored. So to do that, I'm going to create a new folder. So I'm naming the folder name as signed. and I'm clicking on create folder. Now I am going to upload a sample deployment package inside the S3 bucket. So I have uploaded the sample deployment package in the S3 bucket, and now I am going to give upload. So here you can see our sample deployment package has been successfully uploaded in the root of the S3 bucket. So here in this video, we have enabled versioning on an Amazon S3 bucket, and also we have created a folder to store our signed assets and also uploaded a function code package inside the root level of the S3 bucket. So in the next video, I'm going to explain like how to configure a signing profile and also to how to generate a signature as well. Thanks for watching the video.